I'm Gail Anderson in Garden Grove at a facility that describes itself as the first nonprofit national animal blood bank in the country. We'll check this out in a live report.
They were established as the first nonprofit national animal blood bank in the country.
Gail Anderson is live in Garden Grove checking out the Hemopet Center for Greyhound Rescue and Pet Animal Recovery. How you doing?
I'm totally amazed. I've had dogs a good portion of my life, and I never thought about blood and blood donations when it comes to dogs. So I'm just like a little kid this morning. I'm kind of like, what? And when you think of blood donations, we're having one at the station. I ripped this off the wall. We think nothing of donating blood and having blood drives. But when it comes to animals, I don't think most of us think anything about this unless there's an emergency. We're here with the founder of Hemopet, Dr. Jean Dodds. Pets need blood too, huh?
Absolutely. They're just like people. When they have trauma or other needs, they have to have blood. And the blood has to be safe, and it has to work.
All right, and their blood is coming from greyhounds. Let me show you a little bit of tape here. When we think of greyhounds, we usually think of this, dog racing. California is one of the few states where dog racing is not allowed by any stretch of the imagination. And Dr. Jean, you say the dogs come to you from states where there is dog racing.
Yes, we get them from Arizona, from Oklahoma, and from Texas. We've rescued nearly 1,500 dogs to date, and they're all adopted. We maintain about 200 animals in our facility here in Garden Grove, and new animals come in about every 2 weeks when other animals are adopted.
Now, what makes this different from most rescues is you're able to take the dog's blood and help other dogs. Is that right, Leslie Grant?
Yes, that's correct. Yes.
And is that okay? I mean, how does that work? Mm-hmm. You're going to show us a little bit here. We're not going to. We're not actually going to, draw blood from the dog, since I hate to have blood drawn. But this is the procedure. You would shave the dog.
Yeah, we shave them on the side of the neck where we're going to put the blood bag. Mm-hmm. We, of course, first have them sit in this. They're on a little pillow, so they're nice and comfortable. And Jennifer then sterilizes the area with some solution. And then we have the blood bag all prepared and ready to use. All
right, and let us show you. They look just like people blood bags. Dr. Jean, show them in the refrigerator here, the donations, blood donations you've gotten so far.
Once the blood is collected, it's centrifuged and processed just like a human blood bank. Mm-hmm. And these are the red blood cells that are the bottom part of the blood. And the next refrigerator is actually a freezer, and that's the plasma. That's
just
the
like people.
Liquid part. And that has all the clotting factors and blood proteins in it.
And then this will help any dog in the country if there's an emergency.
Any dog in North America or even overseas can have the blood. And because it's universal donor, we select these greyhounds because they have no infectious diseases that could be transmitted, just like people. Mm-hmm. And they have a universal donor blood type, because most veterinarians have no idea the blood type of the patient when there's an emergency.
And that's true. I don't know my dog's blood type.
Exactly.
All right.
So this is Sweet Sue, and we're showing you how we would normally collect the blood. And we collect a pediatric unit, which is half the typical adult human unit of blood.
Okay.
We take a unit twice a month. They stay here only in the bleeding program for a year.
All right. Now, next hour, we're going to tell you more about how this program works. And for all you know, maybe your dog has gotten some help through Hemopet. We have more information on our website. Next hour, we're going to tell you more about this and show you some of the successful rescues that have occurred here as well.
And I want to find out if they get Oreo cookies and juice boxes after they get blood like you do.
That's a good question.
Thank you, Gail.
Interesting.
For more than 20 years, they've been a PetsLifeLine, serving over 2,000 veterinary clinics nationwide.
Gail Anderson is teaching us a whole lot this morning. She's in Garden Grove. I did not realize, I learned so much, but the idea of pets needing to donate blood to other pets.
None of us did.
Amazing.
How many times have we produced a pet segment? Never have we talked about this. So when I heard about it, I said, well, why not check it out? We're here at Hemopet. This is one of their outdoor areas here at Hemopet in Garden Grove. As you said, the first nonprofit national animal blood bank in the country. They rescue greyhounds from this. Let me show you a little bit of tape here. Greyhound racing, dog racing, not legal in California, but there are other states where this goes on. And I'm learning a lot from Dr. Jean Dodds this morning. Talk too fast, Gail. The founder and creator of Hemopet. If it weren't for an organization such as yours and what you do here, you're telling me that 1,000 dogs a week, greyhounds, would be destroyed.
Correct. About 1,000 a week are destroyed throughout the country, some 20 to 50,000, depending on the figures, a year, are destroyed from the racing industry because they don't run fast enough, or they don't breed, or they're not available or not suitable for what humans decide to have greyhounds for.
All right, and then in addition to the kind of thing, we're going to tell you more about this in a hot second here, because all 5 of these greyhounds have been adopted through your facility. They also have this going on, which is amazing. It's an animal blood bank. This is what goes on inside. Once a dog is rescued, you take the dog's blood, and that blood is in turn used to help other dogs.
That's correct. First, they're conditioned and they're spayed or neutered. We make sure they're healthy. All of them are free of infectious diseases that could be transmitted through blood, just like a human blood bank. And then, as you saw in the video there, Sweet Sue is donating a unit. And when the blood is collected, a pediatric unit, a half-size one, it's centrifuged like a human blood bank. The red cells are separated from the liquid. And there's the liquid part in the plasma in the freezer.
Yeah, just like people.
Gail?
Just like people.
Yes, we can hear you. Yes,
Okay.
Mark?
Can dogs crossbreed with the blood?
Oh, see, I asked you that question. Didn't I ask you, can dogs crossbreed with the blood?
Yes, because dogs don't have blood that's unique per breed. It's unique for the species. And so our donors are all selected to be universal donors because we don't know the blood type of the patients in nearly all cases.
Can animals...
So you have to have blood that can be given to any dog of any breed at any time.
How about
Right,
a dog with a cat blood, or vice versa? Will that work?
Dog with a cat blood or vice versa?
Actually, you could do that, but it's
really?
not recommended because obviously it would be different, and you
Quickly
couldn't give it
before we
more
go.
than once in an emergency. And it depends on the size of the red blood cells.
They need to recover.
So you couldn't put a human blood unit into a cow, for example, because the red cells are too large and they would plug up.
I love my dogs more than anything. Can I donate blood to my dog if it was an emergency?
Mark loves his dogs. I love my dogs more than anything. Can we donate blood to our dogs?
In case
In
of
the
emergency.
state of California, that's not allowed. The state of California is the only place that licenses blood banks. They have to be in a closed facility until they're adopted.
But medically
so you
it
can
would
make sure
work.
they don't pick up any infectious disease.
But Mark's wondering medically if that would work.
Medically, it would work, sure, as long as the dog was screened as a volunteer donor would. And there are volunteer donor programs in other parts of the country. It's just California does not allow that for commercial use.
See? Interesting.
We are learning
And
so much, Gail.
let me give you some information. Hemopet wants to expand and even build a convalescent facility for dogs who are in between, or cats in between, or animals in between surgery and getting well, just like for people. That's a $10 million project. And so they can certainly use your help. There's the full screen information to tell you about that, and you can go to our website. We're out of time, but Katie Fisher, she, over a period of time, went from 1 to 5 greyhounds. All these are her babies.
Look at those dogs.
They're beautiful dogs.
Yeah,
They really are. All right, Gail, thanks so much. We've learned a lot.